Good evening, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey guys, got some couple jobs in. I just wanted to make a video about this. Got some more 1-inch tape I'm going to be working on, more black backer stuff. We did get a quad 2-inch tape from one customer. We're going to actually do that one as well, since I've got some quads I'm doing now, which we'll be seeing the quads very shortly on the CBS quads that I'm going to be posting very shortly. So I'll have to run this quad when I run it over to my other location to actually do it on a good day. We did get some more 1-inch tapes. This is for that TV series called The Secret City, and he came by and dropped off some more tapes and picked up a big lot of ones we did. We're going to run these. Some of these are going to be very interesting on these particular ones because the types of shows that the Secret City did, and we don't know if these are edit masters or whatever it might be, especially what's on this 2-inch quad. But anyways, I'm going to get this done for that customer, and you know, he's a real incredible guy. He's the passion for this show, for the Secret City. He was a very big fan of it. And he's doing some great tape conversions, and he's going to get these done. I just got these the other day and just got them out of the baker, so we just got done baking them. So we're going to try to run those in the next day or so. Got another tape today, which is very interesting. This is why I want to make this video. Okay, guys. We got an EIAJ or a reel-to-reel tape. Okay? You see these all the time. Black and white in the case, you know. They're half-inch videotape. You know, and they're black and white. And I wanted to point this out. It's very interesting that not very often, that you get a note on the inside of the box on what it is and what they actually did. These are the type of tapes I like to find, because when you're running a lot of obsolete video tapes like this, guys, the machine identification is very important. There's a lot of different machines that run these type of tapes. You know, like I said, 1-inch tape had several formats. Quad machines have several different type of formats. They're not all the same. And even half-inch reel-to-reel tape like this had several different formats. Okay. Well, this particular tape is great. Another wedding tape. I get all the early wedding tapes. Pretty amazing. But here we go again. Another wedding tape. This was recorded in 1974, February 23rd, 1974. Now, what makes this very interesting, I have not played this tape yet. This tape is very sticky, and it's on very thick videotape stock, which was used for the CV 2000 or the Skipfield machines. They came out with this real thick tape stock. Well, they ended up using that tape to remaster it, and it's a thicker tape stock, and they get kind of gooey from sitting. So I got that in the dehydration being baked. But anyways, this is an edit master, and it was done from a CV 2000, which is a Skipfield. It's written right here. It makes things a lot easier to understand. And of course, they recorded it with a Sony AV3600, which is a standard EIAJ, you know, two video head scan field, where Skipfield is a 1-head video scan Skipfield. So they're totally two different formats, right? So, all right, the original was recorded on a CV2000, which had no tracking. I can't wait to see what this tape looks like. The Skipfield machines had no tracking ability whatsoever. So whenever you would play one of those tapes, the tracking would be you'd never have nice clean tracking. The tracking would be all over the place. Skipfield recordings were really hard tapes to do, because the machines never came with a tracking knob on them. So you couldn't play the tape back and get perfect tracking on the tape so it looked good. Well, it looks like whoever did this tape recorded it and mastered it on a CV 2000 Skipfield, and then made a dubbed down edit master to a Sony AV3600, which did have a tracking control on it. So the quality of this tape is going to be very iffy, because it's coming from a very poor machine to start with to a Sony AV3600 black and white, and they wrote down the videotape is playable on all the AV series. Yeah, the tape is playable on the AV3600, 8600, 8650, 3650. Yes, that is correct, but when you're concerned about quality and the type of work that I do, I'm concerned about the machine that it was originally recorded on, which is a Sony CV2000. That was a very crap, well, I've got one here. It's a very crap format. It had no tracking whatsoever. You would always have a really bad tracking line in the picture because the machines were so poor. So I could only hope to God they had a really good machine that played it good, and they copied it real good to an AV3600. That'll make this tape very, very easy to transfer on my Panasonic in my system and get a good video file. Again, this is an edit master, so it's going to be the CV skip field machines. The quality of those machines weren't that great video-wise. On top of it, it's a generation down. Now you're copying it over to an AV3600. It's going to be very interesting to see how this tape looks and comes out. I will post a video tomorrow once I have it running on my machine and show you guys and talk about the problems with EIAJ and skip field. And when you're using a skip field machine and then you edit master down to an AV3600 or something like that, there is going to be quality problems. It's going to be a generation loss, but there's going to be quality problems because the skip field probably had very poor tracking, and there is no tracking adjustments on those machines. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this tape comes out, but the information is laid out. When you're doing videotape transfers, especially vintage stuff like this, the type of machine that was used, if the tape is a dub or not, like these are dubs, so these are maybe 2 generations down, and you know you're fighting a tape being copied down to another tape, which would be a generation or 2. But then again, in this particular situation, you're going from a really poor, crappy machine to a semi-poor, crappy machine, an AV3600. So maintaining the tracking quality may be an issue due to the original recording, and on top of it, it's done in an AV3600, which the control and tension on those machines are crap too, so I'll be finding even more tension problems. So hopefully we'll be able to get this thing stable and be able to get it tracking, get it locked, and get a really good transfer for them. This is a wedding from 1974. It's a very important tape. I was advised the tape is very precious to the customer because it is a wedding tape. And so they're going to want this to, like I said, if it was mine, I'd want it recovered in best possible quality there is due to the fact of what it's coming off of. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to be working on a very interesting EIAJ tape in the morning. And then the next day or so, we'll start working on these 1-inch and 2-inch tapes. These are baked, so I'll be able to run these. I do have one of them sitting on my machine ready to roll when I get a chance to do that. And those are what they call edit masters, meaning they would edit to those tapes, and they would be considered a second or third generation, depending on how they did it. And then this is a 2-inch quad, which I'm assuming is going to be spots for this show, The Secret City, because it's written on the box for identification that there's 5 various different times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning that's how long on the counter that each video clip was recorded. So it looks like it's 5 different individual spots on this 2-inch quad. That's pretty much all I know about it. It's probably promos, TV station promos for the show at the time, and then these are edit masters. So like I said, guys, identifying the machine a tape was done on is very, very important. So I hope this guys taught you something about videotape restoration. And identifying the machines, very, very important when you do a video recovery. Hope you enjoyed this video.